youtube.com/CameronDawson. Alright, let me do it. What's up, guys?
What up?
Alright, hold on, let me tweet it really quick. I hope you guys read chapter 3, because we're skipping it. Well, I already read it. That was the plan. If you were here last week. Oh, wait, you weren't here last week. You were here 2 weeks ago, because I skipped last week.
Well, I've been in one of these. Just want to say hey before you guys get into a chance to read it. So, and I just got a 100 on my physics quiz. So.
Oh, congratulations! Yeet.
Just kind of tell me.
Nash aced his first physics exam 100%.
He Googled it low key.
Definitely Googled it. Low key, low key.
Alright, if you're bored. YouNow.com. So, I remember Carter was on YouNow once, and I was like, do they still pay you? And everyone was like, they pay you? And Carter was like, no one really heard it, and then Carter, like, pulled it down, but they could still see him. He was like, shut the fuck up. And, like, they were all making fun of him. He made it worse for himself. It was so funny. Alright. HTTPS.
Okay.
Alright. Are you guys ready? This is Yosh. He's going to read along. He's here to help me pronounce words that I don't know, and just because he's Yosh and he lives with us. So that's who he is. I'm Cameron. My name is Cameron. This is my book club. Welcome.
It's awesome.
And we're reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And we're on chapter 4. So, should start now. Yep. I'm going to take a quick sip of my Fiji water.
Cheers, buddy. Iced coffee. That looks weird.
Cool. It's probably crashing. Is it loading? Can you hear me? That wasn't a sip. My bad. My bad, bruh.
Bruh.
It wasn't a sip. It was a gulp. It was a couple bruh. Me and Yosh went to the US Open yesterday. So I got this. Pretty fun.
Dope.
We got to walk around and just enjoy. It's fun. Are you guys ready? Do you guys all have your books? So we're about to start reading. I took the cover off too because it's just annoying. It looks cool like this anyways. So we are on chapter 4. I hope you guys read chapter 3. Because if you didn't, that's the problem. But anyways, chapter 3 is basically, it's like that. Her half birthday, she goes to the mall with her friend. She's like 25 years old, like some like British. She's like really smart, so she like puts on like a British accent to sound more sophisticated. And like they go shopping, and basically she just wants to be like alone because she's really tired. So she tells her friend that she's leaving, that she wants to leave, and her friend goes okay, and then she just goes to a different store and like lets her mom still pick her up 2 hours later. So right now she's reading, I think, I'm not sure. Yep, and she's reading a book about this guy. It's like a general. He's a general, and he gets like shot 19 or 17 times trying to protect this girl. and she just spoiled the book saying, because you would assume that he dies, but he's the main character in the book, so he ends up living. She messes it up for us.
Must be a really tough guy.
Yeah, I took 3 shots
I took 4.
before, but I recovered in like a week.
Week and 1 day for me.
Yeah.
You always have to top me.
All right, bruh, are you guys ready? I love you too, Michaela and Alessandra. All right, we're gonna start reading. Cool. Is he Pretty Little Liars this time?
Yeah, everyone's talking about it.
Oh, is it really?
I saw like 10 people read it.
It's a bad time to do.
It's all good. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, whatever. All right, let's start reading. Okay. Chapter 4. Let me get another sip. Or not times 4. Or not 4 times, actually. Okay. I went to bed a little early that night, changing into my boy boxers and a t-shirt before crawling under the covers of my bed, which was a queen size and a pillow top, which was queen sized and pillow topped, and one of my favorite places in the world. And then I started reading An Imperial Affliction for the millionth time. AIA is about this girl named Anna, who narrates the story, and her one-eyed mom. To all you people with one-eyed moms,
This one's for you.
this one's for you. Who is a professional gardener, obsessed with tulips, and they have a normal lower middle class life in a little Central California town until Anna gets this rare blood cancer. But it's not a cancer book, because cancer books suck. Like in cancer books, the cancer person starts a charity that raises money to fight cancer, right? And his commitment to charity reminds the cancer person of the essential goodness of humanity and makes him/her feel loved and encouraged because he/she will leave a cancer-curing legacy. But in AIA, Anna decides that being a person with cancer who starts a cancer charity is a bit narcissistic. So she starts a charity called the Anna Foundation for people with cancer who want to cure cholera?
Yeah? Cholera?
Cholera. Do any of you guys know how to pronounce that word?
Cholera?
Cholera. Anyways, cholera. So, talking about Anna. Cool. Also, Anna is honest about all of it in a way that no one else really is. Throughout the book, she refers to herself as the side effect, which is just totally correct. Cancer kids are essentially side effects of the relentless mutation that made the diversity of life on Earth possible. So as the story goes on, she gets sicker, the treatments and diseases racing to kill her, and her mom falls in love with this Dutch tulip trader Anna calls the Dutch Tulip Man. The Dutch Tulip Man has lots of money and very eccentric ideas about how to treat cancer. But Anna thinks this guy might be a con man and possibly not even Dutch. And then just as the possibly Dutch guy and her mom are about to get married, and Anna is about to start this crazy new treatment regimen involving wheatgrass and low doses of arsenic, the book ends right in the middle of a... I know. It's a very literary decision and everything, and probably part of the reason I love the book so much. But there is something to recommend a story that ends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if I can't end, then it shouldn't. At least wait. Okay. And if it can't end, then it shouldn't at least continue into perpetuity like the adventures of Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem's platoon. I understood the story ended because Anna died or got too sick to write, and this mid-sentence thing was supposed to reflect how life really ends and whatever. But there were characters other than Anna in the story, and it seemed unfair that I would never find out what happened to them. I'd written, care of his publisher, that makes sense, care of his publisher, a dozen letters to Peter Van Houten, each asking for some answers about what happens after the end of the story. Whether the Dutch tulip man is a con man, whether Anna's mother ends up married to him, what happens to Anna's stupid hamster, which her mom hates, whether Anna's friends graduate from high school, all that stuff. But he never responded to any of my letters. AIA was the only book Peter Van Houten had written, and all anyone seemed to know about him was that after the book came out, he moved from the United States to the Netherlands and became kind of reclusive. I imagine that he was working on a sequel set in the Netherlands, maybe Anna's mom and the Dutch tulip man ending up moving there and trying to start a new life. But it had been 10 years since An Imperial Affliction came out, and Van Houten hadn't published so much as a blog post. I couldn't wait forever. As I reread that night, I kept getting distracted imagining Augustus Waters reading the same words. I wondered if he'd liked it. I wondered if he'd like it, or if he'd dismiss it as pretentious. Then I remembered my promise to call him after reading The Prince of Dawn. So I found out his number on the title page and texted him. Prince of Dawn review. Too many bodies. Not enough adjectives. How's AIA? He replied a minute later. As I recall, you promised to call when you finished the book, not text. So I called. Hazel Grace, he said upon picking up. So have you read it? Well, I haven't finished it. It's 641 pages long. And I've had 24 hours. That's so true. I don't get how people can read books people read books really quick.
My wife.
How quick just read books?
Book a day. Every day.
Book a day?
Every day on her Kindle. Every day.
Oh my gosh. By the way, we're on page 51 of The Fault in Our Stars, if you guys are following along. Yeah. And she just called Augustus. So, see if they flirt, which they probably, well, they already really are. Basically. I like that. He's like, you promised to call. People always do
Not
that.
text.
No, people will do that. Like, you tell them to call, and like they text you because they're too nervous or something like that.
That's true.
You played her.
Yeah.
He said, no, you have to call me. You want this?
Call.
You call.
Don't text. Call.
Calling is always better than texting.
Don't text. Call.
It's like so much faster. You wait 5 minutes for them to text back, like when you're in a rush. All right, back to the book. Well, I haven't finished it. It's 641 pages long, and I haven't. Oh, 651 pages long, and I've had 24 hours. How far are you? 453. And I will withhold the judgment until I finish. However, I will say that I'm feeling a bit embarrassed to have given you The Prince of Dawn. Don't be. I'm already on Requiem for Mayhem, a sparkling addition to the series. So, okay. Is the tulip guy a crook? I'm getting a bad vibe from him. No spoilers, I said. If he is anything other than a total gentleman, I'm going to gouge his eyes out. So you're into it. Withholding judgment, when can I see you? Certainly not until you finish An Imperial Affliction. I enjoyed being coy. Then I'd better hang up and start reading. You better, I said. And the line clicked dead without another word. Flirting was new to me. I called it flirting.
But I liked it.
Flirting was new to me, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning I had 20th century American poetry at MCC. This old woman gave me a lecture wherein she managed to talk for 90 minutes about Sylvia Plath without ever once quoting a single word of Sylvia Plath. When I got out of class, Mom was idling at the curb in front of the building. Did you just wait there the entire time? I asked, as she hurried around to help me haul my cart and tank into the car. No, I picked up the dry cleaning and went to the post office. And then, I have a book to read, she said. And I'm the one who needs to get a life. I smiled. and she tried to smile back, but there was something flimsy in it. After a second, I said, "Want to go to a movie?" "Sure. Anything you've been wanting to see?" "Let's just do the thing where we go and see whatever starts next." She closed the door for me and walked around the driver's side. We drove over to the Castleton Theater and watched a 3D movie about talking gerbils. So he probably wrote this during, you know, the Three Gerbils? A movie came out, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, okay. Do.
And it came out in 3D, so I'm guessing he's referencing that to this. He's probably not, but I'm going to make that assumption.
I'll go with it.
It was kind of funny, actually. When I got out of the movie, I had 4 text messages from Augustus. "Tell me my copy is missing the last 20 pages or something." Hazel Grace. Tell me I have not reached the end of this book. Oh my God, do they get married or not? Oh my God, what is this? I guess Anna died, and so it just ends? Cruel. Call me when you can. I hope all's okay. So when I got home, I went out into the backyard and sat down on this rusting lattice patio chair and called him. It was a cloudy day, typical Indiana, the kind of weather that boxes you in. Our little backyard was dominated by my childhood swing set, which was looking pretty waterlogged and pathetic. Is that right?
Yeah.
Waterlogged. Augustus picked up on the 3rd ring. "Hazel Grace," he said. I like how it says that. Hazel Grace.
I like that name.
Hazel Grace. So, welcome to the sweet torture of reading an Imperial. I stopped when I heard a violent sobbing on the other end of the line. "Are you okay?" I asked. "I'm grand," Augustus answered. "I am, however, with Isaac, who seems to be
Decompensating?
Oh, yeah. I am, however, with Isaac, who seems to be decompensating. More wailing, like the death cries of some injured animal. Gus turned up his attention to Isaac. Dude, does support group Hazel make this better or worse?" "Isaac, focus on me." After a minute, Gus said to me, "Can you meet us at my house in, say, 20 minutes? "Sure," I said, and hung up. If you could drive in a straight line, it would only take like 5 minutes to get from my house to Gus's house. But you can't drive in a straight line because Holiday Park is between us. Even though it was a geographic inconvenience, I really liked Holiday Park. When I was a little kid, I would wade in the White River with my dad. Hello, Nash.
Hello.
Getting something to eat?
You hungry, Nash?
Getting some mustard, Nash?
Hello, Nash. Hi, honey.
I'm looking over. How's that mustard?
What you eating? Got a mustard?
Literally went into the fridge, got mustard, and is walking back to his room. Like how
Hilary
really
Duff came out with a new song, if you guys were wondering. It's
Ooh.
called Chasing the Sun.
Chasing the Sun.
Ooh.
Hilary Duff. New song.
Stop.
No, I swear. She came out with a new
Stop.
song. Hilary Duff from
Stop.
like Lizzie McGuire. Hilary Duff.
I know who Hilary Duff is.
New
Duff.
song.
So apparently Hilary Duff.
Better than Sean
Off
TV.
topic.
You guys say that?
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, he is.
No, yeah, definitely. By the way, Sean is, I don't know if you guys heard that, but Sean is coming tomorrow and he's playing at the Kodak Theater or something like that. And I'm going to go and see him.
Me too.
And all his fans. It's going to be crazy. It's crazy to see him like play at like some big stadium. It's exciting. Where was I? All right. Bottom of page 54. When I was a little kid, I would wade in the White River with my dad, and there was always this great moment when he would throw me up in the air, just toss me away from him, and I would reach out my arms as I flew, and he would reach out his arms, and then we would both see that our arms were not going to touch, and no one was going to catch me, and it would kind of scare the shit out of me. Oh, it would kind of scare the shit out of both of us in the best possible way. And then I would legs flailingly, that sounds like a name, like flailingly.
Oh, you know Ling Lee?
Oh, crap. Logged out. What book is that? Sounds good. It's The Fault in Our Stars, and we're on the top of page 55 if you guys want to, you know, read along or watch. I don't know. If you're bored. I love you too, Amber. And I love you, Ashley. Hey, Cam, Sean, Nash. Hey, Sandra Mesutio. Bruh, visual. I love you, Madeline Dallas. All right, let me get back to reading. Okay. You connect me now. All right. And it would kind of scare the shit out of both of us in the best possible way. And then I would legs flailingly hit the water and then come up for air uninjured, and the current would bring me back to him, as I said, again, Daddy, again. I pulled into the driveway right next to an old black Toyota sedan. I figured was Isaac's car. Carting the tank behind me, I walked up to the door. I knocked. Gus's dad answered. Just Hazel, he said. Nice to see you. Wow. All right. Just Hazel, he said. Nice to see you. Augustus said I could come over. Yeah, he and Isaac are in the basement. At which point, there was a wail from below. That would be Isaac, Gus's dad said, and shook his head slowly. Cindy had to go for a drive. The sound, he said, drifting off. Anyway, I guess you're wanted downstairs. Can I carry your, tank? He asked. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though, Mr. Waters. Mark, he said. I was kind of scared to go down there. Listening to people howl in misery is not among my favorite pastimes, but I went. Hazel Grace, Augustus said as he heard my footsteps. Isaac, Hazel from support group is coming downstairs. Hazel. A gentle reminder. Isaac is in the midst of a psychotic episode. Augustus and Isaac were sitting on the floor in gaming chairs shaped like lazy L's, staring up at a gargantuan television. Gargantuan. Yeah, I know what that means, but
That's a gargantuan television.
Gargantuan television.
Interesting.
The screen was split between Isaac's point of view on the left and Augustus on the right. They were soldiers fighting in a bombed-out modern city. I recognized the place from the Prince of Dawn. As I approached, I saw nothing unusual, just two guys sitting in the light wash of a huge television, pretending to kill people. Only when I got parallel to them did I see Isaac's face. Tears streamed down his reddened cheeks in a continual flow. His face, a taunt mask of pain. He stared at the screen, not even glancing at me, and howled, all the while pounding away at his controller. How are you, Hazel? Asked Augustus. I'm okay, I said. Isaac? No response. Not even the slightest hint that he was aware of my existence. Just the tears flowing down his face onto his black t-shirt. Augustus glanced away from the screen ever so briefly. You look nice, he said. I was wearing this just past the knees dress I had forever. Girls think they're only allowed to wear dresses on formal occasions. But I, like a woman who says, I'm going over to see a boy who's having a nervous breakdown. A boy whose connection to the sense of sight itself is tenuous. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Tenuous. And gosh dang it, I'm going to wear a dress for him.
I like that.
And yet, I said, Isaac won't so much glance over at me. Too in love with Monica, I suppose, which resulted in the catastrophic sob. Bit of a touchy subject, Augustus explained. Isaac, I don't know about you, but I have the vague sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
The vague sense that we're being outflanked. And then back to me. Isaac and Monica are no longer a going concern. Ugh. Water.
Hurrah.
Oh, we got back up to 20. So we are at the top of page 57, guys. on the Fault in Our Stars if you guys are following along.
John Green.
And I love you. Is there? Oh, which part of the book? I am on the top of page 57, The Fault in Our Stars. You guys are following along. And yeah, I love you, Kia or Na. And James, thanks for the thumbs up. I love you, Sarah Velasco. And I'm going to continue reading now. Ready? Okay. I don't know about you, but I Oh no. I don't know about you, but I have the vague sense that we're being outflanked. And then back to me. Isaac and Monica are no longer a going concern, but he doesn't want to talk about it. He just wants to cry and play counterinsurgents too, the Prince of Dawn. Fair enough, I said. Isaac, I feel a growing concern about our position. If you agree, head over to that power station and I'll cover you. Isaac ran toward a nondescript building while Augustus fired a machine gun wildly in a series of quick bursts, running behind him. Anyway, Augustus said to me, it doesn't hurt to talk to him. If you have any sage words of feminine advice. I actually think his response was probably appropriate. I said, as burst of gunfire from Isaac killed from. That's such a weird sentence. I said, as a burst of gunfire from Isaac killed an enemy who'd peeked his head out from behind the burned-out husk of a picked-up.
It's a tongue twister.
I said, as a burst of gunfire from Isaac killed an enemy who'd peeked his head out from behind the burned-out husk of a pickup truck. Augustus nodded at the screen. Pain demands to be felt, he said, which was a line from Imperial Affliction. You're sure there's no one behind us? He asked Isaac. Moments later, tracer bullets started whizzing over their heads. Oh, God damn it, Isaac said. Augustus said, I don't mean to criticize you in your moment of great weakness, but you've allowed us to be outflanked, and now there's nothing between the terrorists and the school. Isaac's character turned. Ugh, I need some water.